Hi creative friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ella. So today let's set up our bullet journal for September 2020. Before I start, I want to share with you how I used my last month bullet journal. Last month is my first time to use this type of Dutch door design, and I really loved it. The only downside is because of cutting the edge of the page, my writing space is a little bit smaller. But I really like the style. So let's get started now with the September setup. For this month, I'm using some crafting paper and this Tannenbaum adhesive tape to tape those crafting paper on the bullet journal. And the main brush I'm using is this Arteza Real brush pen. I tested this brush pen on watercolor paper, and I can use water on a brush to activate the water and make it more graduate. However, when I use it on this bullet journal, it doesn't work that well, so I figured I just dip this brush into water. It can make the color not that saturated, and it's perfectly for this type of painting. For the past 2 weeks, I have done 2 episode videos regarding watercolor food illustration, and this is my number 3 episode, so I decided to stick with the food theme. And this week on this bullet journal, I decided to use the Chinese dim sum and Chinese food related theme. If you have ever watched my About Me video, you will know that I originally came from Shanghai, China, and I have been living here in the States, in the Bay Area, for over 12 years right now. And that's my background. That's why I love Chinese food naturally. And I think it might be very fun to have like a culture sharing video. And I can introduce those traditional Chinese food by painting them or doodling them. On those doodling, basically I use 3 layers. The most highlight one, I just leave it blank like the white, and then first wash of first layer is the lightest one, like this one is yellow and medium tone brown. Later on, I will add a darker outliner to make it more pop out. Here I am, I'm adding more darker eyeliner and use this darker color to apply some shadows so the product can look more three-dimensional. I'm sorry, I forgot to write the name of the last dim sum, which is siu mai. The next page is always my monthly focus. However, instead of writing focus, I mistakenly wrote food. But I just leave this clip on purpose so I can share with you. Even we made some mistakes, like we can always cover it or correct it. It's no big deal, and it's always fun. On the monthly focus, there are only 3 sections: work, health, and taking care of my little one. That's it. So I doodled 3 dishes we will eat at home right now. That's rice, noodle, and wonton. Okay, we're moving on to next page, which is people I appreciate and inspirational quotes. So the doodle I'm doing here is called sugar painting. Basically, an artist will use a small spoon to drop the melted hot sugar onto a slate, and he will move rapidly back and forth to draw shapes, or draw like this one, a dragon. So when the sugar cools down, it will become a piece of art, and the guy will use a small shovel to scoop the sugar painting out of the slate. It just tastes like a regular sugar, not that special, but that's one of the best memory. When we were kid, we will hold the stick and be very careful and lick on it, so we don't drop it. It's the best. Here we go, we have another one. This one is sugar-coated horse on a stick. Actually, this doodle is one of my favorite doodle in the whole book. I really like it. So basically, I did 3 layers again. The light pink is the first layer, and the second one is red, and the third one is darker red or burgundy color. To finishing up, I finally added some dots, darker dots and white dots. For me, it looks quite delicious. What do you think? Okay, moving on to sleep tracker. So I don't know why I doodled pot of tea there. Obviously, drinking tea and coffee can drive me not sleep very well. I don't know why I doodled that one. Probably remind myself, don't drink too much tea before sleep. It's fun. For the next one, the mood tracker, I doodled 30 items, 30 Chinese cooking utensils. So I want to indicate my mood by number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is sad, and 4 is the most happiest and excited moment. Yeah, so something new on this month. tried to doodle so many items on one page, and I do realize it's a little too crowded. So next time I will spread out those items in 2 pages so I can add on more details and shadows and colors. It might look a little better than this time, but I don't feel regret at all. I really like this page. There are so many items, and it reminds me of the time when I see my mom is cooking. Yeah, it's good. I like this page. Next one is habit tracker. On the left hand side there is a space quite long, so I doodled a longevity noodle. Longevity noodle is actually a saying. It's just regular noodle, but we will eat it when we celebrate birthdays for seniors like grandpa, grandmas, and we will not cut it when we eat it. So it's a good wishes for them to, you know, have a healthy longevity life. So this page is YouTube ideas and some tracker. On this page I doodle not only the food but some very traditional Chinese iconic symbols like the lantern, the ping pong, lucky cookie, and some bamboo and panda. Here we go. Finally, we moved on to our weekly spread. This is week 1. I usually will post other week's weekly spread on Instagram and other social media. I added this shrimp, I guess, because I like to paint something in red color tone, similar or match with the red pack. No specific meaning about it. I'll probably eat more healthy seafood. Alright, let's finally flip through. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week. Bye bye.